Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Sammy, and this is another episode of Sewing with Sammy, where we try new patterns, see if we like them, see if we can do them, and just have fun along the way. Today's pattern is the Milo cardigan, and it's by Tissu Hemmers, which is a French brand. It translates to Hemmers Fabrics. The pattern is free. The only issue is if you don't speak or understand French, you might need a translator app to follow the instructions, but we're just going to get into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Bye.
So for this pattern, it doesn't include a seam allowance, and that means that we have to make our own. So I will be cutting the fabric a little bit bigger than the pattern itself, and it comes with 2 body pieces for the front, 1 for the back, sleeves, neckline, cuffs, and the bottom hem. So we're working on the neckline right now, and we have to cut these 4 times, 2 facing one way, 2 facing the other way, and then I'm doing the cuffs and the bottom hem in the same brown color. But for the body and the sleeves, I'm kind of leaning towards a checkered vibe with the white and the brown sherpa. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We do start cutting a bunch of random squares. They're not the same size. I don't really know how I'm going to make it look yet, but I'm gonna cut the squares, design it a little bit afterwards, and sew it together. Then I'll bring out the body pattern pieces and cut from there. So that's all we're doing right now is the fabric, and I'll see you guys on the next step. Our first step is to prep the neckline. So we're grabbing 2 of our 4 pieces, pinning them right sides together. And at that top edge, we're just going to do a straight stitch, then bring it over to our serger and clean it up. Once that's done, we'll grab our other 2 pieces and do the exact same thing. We have our 2 pieces done. We're just going to attach them. I'm starting at the seam we just created, and that will be the middle of the back, and I'm pinning them right sides together along the bottom edge. Once we're done pinning, we'll bring it over to our serger, and then we'll fold them right sides out, set it aside, and we'll work on the body. All right, so I did one of the front pieces off camera just so I had an idea of what I was doing, and I wasn't really sure about the style. I kind of wish I did more checkered than what I did do, but it's not awful. So all we're doing right now is just mirroring it so that both sides somewhat match, and we're just sewing those squares together and then top stitching them. Once we are done connecting all of the squares, we will cut out the front piece to match the other side, and then we'll work on the back. With the back piece, I did decide to go for that checkered vibe. I was originally going to try and replicate the front, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what, it's probably going to be cooler and more unique if I don't match it to the front. So we're just doing checkered, connecting all the squares, top stitching, and then cutting out the body. Now that we're done the front and the back pieces, we're going to pin the front to the back, the shoulders, and sew those together and top stitch. For the sleeves, I am doing the same thing, random rectangles and squares and attaching them and top stitching them and then cutting out the pattern. And now that we're done that, I did do it off camera, I'm sorry, but now that we're done that, we are pinning the sleeves right sides together to the body, and there is markings on the pattern for you to know where to put them. So we're just going to do a stitch along the edge, the top edge there, And then once we're done that, we will fold the body right sides together and attach the bottom edge of the sleeves to the body. So we'll do a stitch along the cuff all the way down to your bottom hem, and that's what I'm doing here, is just pinning it, and then we'll bring it over to the sewing machine and stitch it. Setting aside our body pieces, we're now moving on to the cuffs, and I'm pinning them right sides together lengthwise and just doing a straight stitch along that edge. Once we're done that, we will fold them wrong sides together so it gives us a cuff. Attaching our cuff to our sleeves now, and honestly, you guys, this serger deserves a round of applause for how well she is handling this fabric. It is so thick and so hard to work with, but she's doing so good. So now we're going to move over to the bottom hem, and I pinned them wrong sides together so that it's pretty on both sides, and just attaching it to the rest of the cardigan. Once we're done pinning, we're going to bring it over to our serger and connect them, and then we're going to move back over to the neckline because I forgot to do something. So for the neckline, I forgot to clean up the two bottom edges. So I'm just folding right sides together and serging it. Then we're going to flip it right side out, and you'll see that it's clean and ready to attach to the body. And I did this on both sides. So now we're going to pin it in place and stitch along the edge. Just grab that neckline and body piece right sides together and sew it. Once you're done that, you do have the option to add bias tape if you want to, but you don't have to. I did decide to go with bias tape, so we're just going to sew that in there. And once we're done that, we'll flip it right side out and top stitch, and then add a sender logo, and we'll have ourselves a cardigan.
All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I'm definitely going to do the pattern again, but next time I will use the recommended fabric and it'll probably be easier. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!